Alright, well, it's almost spring, and today I'm draining the hot tub, and I wanted to show you some of the tools I use for draining and cleaning our hot tub. This is the sewer hose from our trailer. It's brand new. I haven't run sewage through it, but this is probably the fastest way to drain a hot tub. I also have this called an Aqua comb, and it's got these combs that reach into the pleats of your filter, and you can kind of wash the insides of the pleats. I have a near accidental drowning story about this cup holder that came with our hot tub. I'm also going to show you how I use this propane powered heater for heating our hot tub. Using the propane and the electric heater built into the hot tub, we get about 3 times the heating power. And I'm going to do a cost comparison to see which is cheaper, using propane or electric. And I've also used our hot water heater for our house for filling the hot tub, but I found there were a lot more deposited minerals in that water, and it left the hot tub walls feeling like sandpaper, so definitely don't recommend that. I'll also show you how these 6-in-1 test strips work. So let's get started. And before we do anything, we want to make sure the power is off before we start draining the hot tub. My first tip is to get an external cover for your original insulated cover. My insulated cover is from the early 90s, so it's almost 20 years old, and it's still in excellent condition. So I've expanded the hose, put the cap on, and submerged it so it's all full of water and ready to siphon. And this is by far the quickest way to drain a hot tub. So I use this nozzle with a comb on it, and the comb helps spread the pleats in the filter. And it has a nice wide stream of jets. It makes quick work of cleaning the filter. So we're going to measure the water coming in from the hose, and we're at 60.6 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to fill the hot tub with water coming through this hot water heater, which is powered off propane, and we're going to calculate if it's cheaper to fill the hot tub with hot water using electricity or with gas. Our propane tank is currently at 31.5 pounds. So we've got the water flowing through the water heater now, and we'll take a quick temperature measurement, and it's about 102 degrees. Out of curiosity, let's check the flow rate. If we plug the flow rate, the inlet and outlet temperatures of the heater into an online calculator, we see that we get 42,000 BTU per hour, which is slightly less than the rating of the heater, which was 68,000. And if you look inside, you can see all the burners going. This runs completely off propane, and there's 2 D-cell batteries that go in the bottom to run the igniter. So I wanted to talk about safety with your kids around the hot tub. We have a daughter, we have parties, and kids are always playing in the hot tub. And they're all great swimmers. The hot tub's only 3 feet deep. I never really thought there was much risk of someone drowning. But this cup holder proved to be a different story. The kids were horsing around, and they put their legs through the openings of the cup holder. And eventually one kid fell over, and this was floating at the top, and they couldn't get their head above water. So we saw it happen, and we gave it 5 or 10 seconds to see if they could recover from it. And eventually we had to go in, grab them by the arm, and pull them out. So if you have these cup holders and you have kids, I would recommend tossing them. And just in case anyone's curious, this is just slightly warm to the touch. Alright, well, it's been 2 hours and 10 minutes, and we're done filling the hot tub. Let's see what the average temperature is. Looks like we're 96.8. Now let's weigh the propane tank and see how much propane we consumed. We're at 26.7 pounds. I have a bilge pump here that I can hook up to the heater to continue to heat it without adding more water. So let's do a little math and figure out if it's cheaper to use electricity or propane to heat the hot tub. and see how much faster it is to heat the hot tub with both the propane heater and the electric heater. The measurements we took are shown at the top right of the screen, and to calculate how many kilowatt hours of electricity are needed, I worked backwards from BTU. A BTU is how much energy is needed to raise a pound of water by 1 degree Fahrenheit. So that came out to 27 kilowatt hours. And using Bay Area average prices, that ends up being about $5.50. For calculating the propane costs, we measured 4.8 pounds of propane were used. Using the cost of propane, we get around $4.60, so about $1 cheaper than using electricity. In the bottom table, I calculated how many BTU per hour the propane heater does, and that was based on how warm the hot tub was after filling, and that result was really close to the results we got from measuring based on flow rate. The propane heater is equal to 12.8 kilowatts compared to 6 kilowatts that the electrical heater is rated. So we can heat twice as fast with propane or 3 times as fast with both heaters going. So for measuring pH and chlorine, I used to use this old, using the eyedropper and the chemicals, and it was a real pain in the butt. I started using these 6-in-1 test strips, and they're super quick and easy. So you just use one of the test strips, you dip it in the water, and put it on the comparison chart. And it quickly tells you what your chlorine levels are, your pH, your water hardness. It's really quick and easy compared to using the medicine dropper method. In the summertime, this bubble cover is enough to get 10 degrees of heat every day. We maintain 100 degrees in the summer just using this cover. And I always put this foil tape covered styrofoam over the control panel to protect it from the sun. Hopefully you found this video interesting. Feel free to leave me some comments. Thanks.